Hello and welcome to Titanium Talks Tarot, and today I will be doing another insight. Okay, so last night at 2 in the morning, well, I was having trouble sleeping, and I feel like it's like my mind or my consciousness knows when I'm about to have a insight, and so it like keeps me awake later. I don't know how that works yet, but whatever it is, I stayed up a little too late yesterday and I got a vision. I saw a vision, okay? And this vision ultimately told me something very important for everyone to know, okay? Which is, make sure you consciously vet everything that comes into your mind, okay? Because or else you might make a mistake, you might make a faux pas, and you might set yourself back a couple of months, if not years. Now, earlier today, I had a coaching call with the coach of mine, or group coaching call, should I say, and something that came up, which is I shared about my prophetic dream, okay, which is you having visions at night. And technically, the interesting thing is I can't remember my dreams, or I don't remember my dreams. But today, like I said, there was something like my consciousness knew, so it kept me up and it kept me awake. And I was like, I wasn't asleep yet. I was like seeing a dream. See, this might be interesting for some. I think you generally remember dreams like right when you're gonna fall asleep, if you see it right when you're going to fall asleep, or right when you are about to wake up. Right? So keep that in mind. Now, so this was right when I was about to fall asleep, so I was still conscious, and that's why I remembered, and I was like, oh my god, I have to write this down. And like I said, it was all about make sure that you consciously vet everything that comes to your mind, okay? Because like I said, you might, and as I mentioned, I talked about this during my coaching call, my group coaching call, and I did mention that this happened, and my coach actually said something along the lines of, well, the more of a habit it becomes, the easier it gets, I think, more or less, of talking about these things. And I feel like it is crucially important to remember that if you are not in the habit of vetting what you're doing, it is only a matter of time before you become it becomes a habit, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so don't worry if it takes some time to materialize in your consciousness. I've mentioned this a couple of times before. I'm going to mention it again. To take on a new habit, right? There are 4 levels. Okay, there's the unconscious incompetence level, where you don't know what you don't know. Then there's the conscious incompetence level, where you know that you don't know. Then there's the conscious competence level, where you know what you know. Okay? And then there's the unconscious competence level, where you don't even have to think about it, you just do it naturally. Now, the end goal of any habit is for it to become an unconscious competence. But until you get to that point, it is going to take some time, because the biggest chunk of this all is the conscious competence level. It takes the longest amount of time to incorporate something within yourself and to make it so that it becomes second nature. And when it becomes second nature, you begin to act as if, or appear to be like magic, because you don't even have to think about it, you just automatically do it, is what I'm trying to say. So ultimately, make sure that you make it a habit to vet everything that comes into your conscious mind before it gets into your unconscious mind. Because, and as I mentioned in the coaching call, it's all fine when you are like subconsciously competent, but at some point there's some things that you need to redo just to make sure that you're not letting stuff slip through the cracks. Because I have this individual that I know who is very God-fearing and all that, but I feel like something has gone a little bit amiss, and I am going to have to take it up with them to remind them to bring them back to the right path, because if not, things are going to go off the deep end. Okay, and so I want to make sure that this person is good and that they can achieve all they want to achieve. All right, now something else that came up in the coaching call that I actually talked about is that the importance of being yourself when you are approaching clients or when you are interacting with clients. It is extremely important that you become yourself. Okay, because I was at an event last Thursday and I was like the only one on the dance floor from the get-go of the night. Okay, I don't know what was, as I was saying to my coach, I don't know what happened. Okay, but I was there was so much energy. I had so much energy. I generally am not like this, because the Saturday prior, my coach had another speech that I went to, and I was like calm, cool, collected. Everything was fine. I wasn't like jumping up the walls or anything. But then during the coaching call, I did make it a point to say, did you notice that on Saturday I was not like this? And then on Thursday at the book launch, my coach wrote a book and it was the book launch, and that's what I went to, right? I just could not sit still. I'm like, I generally can hold a conversation and I can talk and have a amicable conversation with someone, but I could not sit still. And I started conversations and then I just went away. I just could not do it for some reason that day. And through the conversation, what I realized is that my coach and I are connected, like the energy, or at least I'm connected to the energy, because my coach, being hyperactive himself, he had to take on the role of a coach. So he had to sit there, he had to sign books, because it was a book signing. And I'm like, I just can't take it anymore. It's like I was getting all his excess energy and I was acting out for him, which is what basically the conclusion I came to, because he had to sit still, be at what he was doing at the moment and not have his mind go like 10 billion different places. And I was free to do what I wanted, so I just completely let loose. I was dancing from the start to end, and till the minute I had to leave, I just could not sit still. So it was like I was externalizing his want to move about, which is what I want to say. But the thing is that my coach noted that like I was the only one dancing from the start. I do whatever I'm called to do, I do. Okay, you cannot make me do otherwise. I just can't. If I have too much energy, I need to let it all go. And interestingly enough, what conclusion I had come to prior is that my way of dealing with energy had changed. Because when I was younger, the way I used to deal with excess energy was I used to be a motor mouth. I used to talk it out. I used to talk, and it all come out. Now, since since my coach like showed me that he could not like accept like motor mouth Talar, I was like, okay, I need to change my attitude when I'm around him and deal with energy differently. So now when I'm around my coach, I do things, okay? And so I walk, I move around, I make gestures and all that stuff. I don't just sit still, and I don't just talk everything. Now, but what my coach like really emphasized was that you need to be yourself. And the reason why this came about is because the people who are drawn to you will gravitate towards you, and the people who aren't will leave. And that's what you want, okay, ultimately. Now, the reason why this came about is because I was talking, we were talking with a colleague of mine, and she was like, she was saying about like how, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was like, as a response, I told her, listen, after my accident, I realized that I can't be people pleasing all the time. And so I got to a place where I'm just like, you know what? If you don't like it, you know what? This is who I am. If you don't like it, there's the door. You can leave no matter when you want. And I'm not holding you back. And that's just the way it is, because the people who gravitate towards you will be more likely to listen. And the people who want to leave should leave, because they are basically wasting your time. I'm just saying. So there's no need to like break your back trying to keep people who aren't supposed to be in your life, is what I'm trying to get to. Okay, so this is it for today's insight. Okay, my gorgeous triple tears, this is all I have for you guys today for this video series. If you like this, and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description on this video and the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, I wish you guys all a very good night or day, and I will see you tomorrow, okay? Bye.